Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to do exercise 10.4. In this video, question number 1. Here we are given a triangle A, PB, and we have a perpendicular okay, PQ. Perpendicular means this AP is perpendicular to AB if this angle is equal to 90 degrees. Both these sides make an angle of 90 degrees with one another. Then we say that PQ is perpendicular to AB. Now in triangle, the question is in triangle PAB of the figure. Here PQ is perpendicular to AB, okay, and PA is congruent to PB. Okay, PA is congruent to PB. So these two sides are congruent, and this angle and these angles, this is a perpendicular, means this is also 90 degrees, and this angle is also 90 degrees. PA is congruent to PB, and we are going to prove that, we need to prove that AQ is congruent to BQ. This is what we need to prove. AQ is congruent to BQ, and angle APQ is congruent to angle BPQ. This is what they have asked us to prove. We are given that you have a triangle PAB in which PQ is perpendicular to AB. It means that APQ is a right triangle, also BPQ is also a right triangle, and we are also given that PA is congruent to PB, and we need to prove that they have asked us to prove AQ is congruent to BQ. We have to prove them congruent. Also angle APQ, this we need to prove that is congruent to angle BPQ. Okay, we need to prove that these two angles are going to be congruent. Okay, this is what they have asked. This is we need to prove. So we are given that in this question we are going to use HS postulate, and if you recall HS postulate, which we have already proved in theorem 10.1.4, it was, if you recall, that HS postulate is that if you have two right triangles, okay, suppose triangle ABC, and you have the right triangle DEF, then both these triangles are congruent if their hypotenuse and one of the sides, okay, one of these two sides, let us suppose AC is congruent to one of these sides DE, okay, these two sides should be corresponding as well as congruent, then we say that triangles are congruent. This is called HS postulate. Okay, that if hypotenuse and one side of one triangle is congruent to the hypotenuse and the corresponding sides of the other triangle, then these two triangles are congruent. We have already done that in theorem 10.1.4. okay, we have already proved this postulate, and now we are going to use it in this question. So let us start the question. Okay, now we are given that AB, AP and BP are congruent. Okay, AP is congruent to BP. Okay, also we are given that PQ is perpendicular to AB, which gives us these two triangles. Okay, PQA and PQB. Okay, this triangle is congruent to this triangle, so it means that if PQ is is perpendicular to AB. Okay, this is given to us. These two things are given to us, and we need to prove that because PQ is congruent, PQ is perpendicular to AB, it means that APQ and BPQ. These two triangles are right triangles. Okay, so we can apply the HS postulate if we get two sides. Okay, now we know that the side opposite to 90 degrees is always called the hypotenuse. It means in this triangle APQ, AP will be the hypotenuse, and similarly this is the angle 90, and the side opposite to 90, in front of 90, is always the hypotenuse. So if we consider this right triangle, then BP is going to be the hypotenuse in this triangle, and PA is the hypotenuse in triangle APQ. Okay, to prove that AQ, we need to prove that AQ is congruent to BQ. Okay, and also angle APQ is congruent to angle BPQ. We need to prove these two angles to be equal, and we need to prove that AQ is congruent to QB. This is what they have asked us to prove. Okay, now let us start the proof. Now, as PQ is perpendicular to AB, okay, PQ is perpendicular to AB, it is given to us, and from this we can say that triangle APQ and triangle BPQ are right triangles. Okay, right triangles mean that they are right angle triangles. Okay, right triangles. Now if these two triangles are right triangles, then if we have the hypotenuse of both these triangles and any one side of this triangle and the corresponding side of this triangle BPQ. Okay, if you have two sides of this triangle congruent to two sides of the triangle BPQ such that one of the side is hypotenuse, then the triangles can be proved to be congruent. Okay, so we are going to take the correspondence between triangle APQ corresponds to triangle BPQ. Now if you take the correspondence of these two triangles, we are given that AP is congruent to BP. Okay, AP is the hypotenuse of this triangle, okay, and BP is the hypotenuse of this triangle BQB. So AP is congruent to BP. Okay, this was given to us. Also we know that this is the hypotenuse. Okay, hypotenuse of both the triangles. AP is congruent to BP. Also PQ of this triangle is congruent to PQ of this triangle. Okay, PQ is the common side between these two triangles. AP and one side of this triangle is congruent to BP, and one side of corresponding sides of this triangle. Therefore both the triangles will be congruent because this is the hypotenuse and this is one of the side of the other two sides. Okay, so one hypotenuse and one side of this triangle is equal to the hypotenuse and the corresponding sides, okay, of the triangle BPQ. Therefore these two triangles are congruent. PQ is congruent to PQ because this is the common side of both the triangles. Okay, common side. Now by HS postulate we can say that APQ is congruent to triangle BPQ. Okay, this is because of HS postulate that we have proved in theorem 10.1.4, and we have already proved that in the earlier. Now these two triangles are congruent, which means that their corresponding sides are going to be congruent. Okay, and corresponding angles are also going to be congruent. Now if we see corresponding to AQ, we have the side BQ. So AQ will be congruent to BQ because these two triangles are congruent, and whenever two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding sides are also congruent. So we can say that AQ is congruent to BQ, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. AQ is congruent to BQ, so we have proved the first thing that they had asked us to prove, that AQ is congruent to BQ. Now, if you look here, the vertex P in this triangle APQ, the vertex P corresponds to vertex P of this triangle. Okay, P of, so the angle corresponding to vertex P in this triangle will be this angle 1, and let us name them as angle 1 and 2, and 2 is the angle corresponding to the vertex P of this triangle. Okay, 1 is the angle corresponding to vertex P of the first triangle, and 2 is the angle corresponding to the vertex P of the second triangle. Okay, now as P of this triangle corresponds to angle 1 corresponds to angle 2, therefore angle 1 will be congruent to angle 2, and this is corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Okay, AQ is congruent to BQ and angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and this is what we needed to prove. Angle 1 is angle APQ. Okay, angle APQ is congruent to angle, and angle 2 I had named the angle BPQ as 2, so we can write angle BPQ are also congruent. Okay, angle 1 I had named angle APQ as angle 1 and angle BPQ as angle 2, and this is what they wanted us to prove. APQ congruent to BPQ, this is also proved, and AQ congruent to BQ is also proved. Okay, so this completes the question, and we have done this by using the HS postulate. Okay, first we have proved these two triangles congruent, and we have taken AQ and BQ corresponding, so we can prove them congruent. Also we have taken angle 1 over here and angle 2 over here, as both the vertices, as these angles are corresponding to opposite named at the vertex which are corresponding, therefore angle 1 is also corresponding to angle 2, and these two triangles, congruency of these two triangles prove this result which they wanted us to prove. Okay, this completes the theorem. Now question 2 of exercise 10.4. In this figure, angle C is congruent to angle D and is equal to 90. Angle C and D are 90 degrees, and BC is congruent to AD. They say that BC, this side is congruent to AD, so it is given to us that BC and AD are congruent. Prove that AC is congruent to BD. We have to prove that AC, which is this side, is congruent to BD, this side. Okay, the lines which are crossing each other, we have to prove them congruent, and angle BAC is congruent to, also we need to prove that BAC is congruent to ABD. BAC, this angle is congruent to this angle DBA. Okay, ABD, or these two angles CAB is congruent to ABD. We need to prove these two things. So let us write. Let's draw the figure first. We have two right triangles. So this is the figure which is given to us. Also we are given that angle C is congruent to angle D and is equal to 90 degrees. It means that these two triangles, if we consider these two triangles, let us name this as A, B, C, D. Let us take this vertex as E. Okay, so we are given that angle C is congruent to angle D and both are equal to 90 degrees. It means we have two right triangles here. We don't need to take this vertex. Okay, if we need it, we will name it. Let us leave it like this. And BC, and it is also given that BC is congruent to AD. Okay, so side BC, where it is, Here BC is congruent to AD, this side. Okay, so we have BC side congruent to AD. This is given to us, and we need to prove that AC is congruent to BD. Okay, we need to prove that this side AC, this side, okay, is congruent to BD, this side. We need to prove these two sides to be congruent, and also we need to prove that angle BAC is congruent to angle ABD. Okay, BAC is congruent to ABD. Angle BAC, this angle we need to prove that is congruent to ABD, this angle. Okay, we need to prove these two angles to be equal. Now here we are going to consider the two triangles. We are going to prove it with the help of HS postulate, and we are going to consider these two triangles ADB. Okay, the first right angle triangle that is given to us is this one, and we are going to take its make it congruent to make this triangle congruent to triangle ACB. Okay, this one, triangle ACB. We are going to take this triangle and this triangle. Okay, we will take the corresponding between these two triangles. Here we are going to write statements, and here we are going to write reasons. Now consider triangle ABD corresponds to triangle BAC. Okay, this triangle ABD, I am taking this triangle. Okay, and the triangle ABAC, this one. Okay, these two triangles I am going to consider. Now in this triangle, if you look at the given, BC is congruent to AD. Okay, BC is congruent to AD. I have taken them corresponding. Okay, always take the sides which are congruent, take them as the corresponding sides. Okay, so here AD is congruent to BC. Okay, this side AD is congruent to BC. This was the side given to us. So we have taken one side of this triangle, okay, and one side of this triangle, and both are equal because we are given that BC is congruent to AD. Now if you look closely at these triangles, 90 degrees angle is at the point D. Okay, so the side that is opposite to the vertex D, the 90 degrees, is AB. Okay, AB is the hypotenuse of this triangle. Also AB is the hypotenuse of this triangle also, because in this triangle the side which is opposite to the 90 degrees is AB. Same is the case in this triangle. This 90 degrees at the point, at the vertex D. Okay, and the side which is opposite to this vertex is AB. Similarly, the side which is opposite in this triangle, okay, the side opposite to the 90 degrees is AB. So AB is the hypotenuse of both the triangles. AB also, it will be congruent because it is the common side of both the triangles. If you consider the triangles ABC and ABD, okay, this is the common side, the same side, both the triangles stands on AB. Okay, so AB is the common side in both the triangle. AB is congruent to AB. This is the common side, and this is the hypotenuse in both the triangles. So hypotenuse on one side of the first right triangle is congruent to the hypotenuse. Okay, hypotenuse, AB is the hypotenuse, and one side of one triangle is congruent to the hypotenuse and the corresponding side, okay, of the other triangle. Therefore we can prove by HS postulate, we can say that ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. Okay, this is because of HS postulate. Now if you see this, corresponding to BD, of the triangle ABD. Okay, corresponding to BD, we have the side AC. So it means that BD will be congruent to AC because these two triangles are congruent. Their corresponding sides are also going to be congruent. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Okay, BD is congruent to AC. Also, if you look at, let me name this angle as angle 1 and let me name this angle as angle 2. Now, if you consider this triangle ABD, okay, the angle 2 is at the vertex B. So in ABD, we have angle 2 at the vertex B. Okay, and if you consider ACB, okay, angle 1 is at the vertex A. In ACB or BAC, angle 1 is at the vertex A. Now, as B is corresponding to A, therefore, angle 2 will be corresponding to angle 1. It means that angle 2 will be congruent to angle 1 because it is these are the corresponding angles of two congruent triangles. Okay, so corresponding angles of congruent triangles. And so angle 2, which can be written as angle ABD. Okay, let me write it in the form in which it is given in the question. And angle 1 can be written as BAC. Okay, BAC. So from here we have proved the first part of the question, that BD is congruent to AC, AC is congruent to BD. Okay, and also these two angles are also congruent. This we have proved in this statement. Therefore, it proves the whole question. We were given these angle C and D to be congruent to 90 degrees. Also, they had given us that BC is congruent to AD. So two sides were given, and the hypotenuse of both the triangles was same. So we have written AB is congruent to AB because it was the common side of both the triangles, and AD congruent to BC. This was given to us. With the help of these two, we have proved that the HS postulate, as these two triangles become equal, so BD and BD, okay, and AC, they were the corresponding sides. Therefore, we could easily write that these two are congruent, which proves the first part of the theorem. And then ABD is congruent to BAC because they were the corresponding angles. Okay, and angle 2 was made at B and angle 1 was drawn at vertex A. As these two vertices are congruent, therefore these two angle 2 and 1 are also congruent because those were the corresponding angles. So this proves the question. Now let's move forward. Now let us start reviewing exercise 10. In this question number 3, we are given two triangles. Let me draw them first. Now in this question it is given that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle LMN. So this information is given to us. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle LMN. As these two triangles are congruent, so their corresponding angles are also going to be congruent. Now we need to find x. Okay, what is the value of x, this angle? As these two triangles are congruent, so we know that corresponding to the angle B, we have the angle at M, and we know that x is the angle which is at the vertex N of this triangle. Okay, here we have the angle x. Now corresponding to the vertex N, we have vertex C. Okay, corresponding to vertex N, we have vertex C. We know that when two vertices are corresponding, then the angle which are made at these vertices are also corresponding. So the angle which is made at the point C is 60 degrees, and here we have the x angle. Now we know that whenever two triangles are congruent, their corresponding angles are also congruent. So corresponding to angle C, here we have angle N. Now we know that at angles at the vertex C we have the 60 degrees. Also at the vertex N we have the angle x. So from this congruency which they have given to us, we can say that angle C is congruent to angle N, which will help us in finding the value of this x. Okay, because these two are corresponding angles of two congruent triangles, therefore they will be congruent to one another. So we have used the congruency of these two triangles which is given to us. They have given us that these two triangles are congruent. So whenever two triangles are congruent, their corresponding angles are also congruent. So corresponding to N, we have the angle C. Okay, angle N and C. We know that angle C is equal to 60 degrees. Putting the value of angle C and angle N, we can easily find the value of x. So this completes this question. Now let's move to the next question. Now we are given the figure A, B, C, and here we know that this is a right triangle because these are given at 90 degrees. Okay, both these angles are 90 degrees. This angle is also 90 and this is also 90. Also, it is given to us that this side BD and DC are congruent. Okay, they have indicated that these two sides are congruent, and we have to find the unknowns. Unknowns, we have to find x and m. Now also it is given that AB and AC are congruent. Okay, AB is congruent to AC. AB is congruent to AC. Now in this triangle ABC, AB is congruent to AC. Now we know that the angle opposite to AC is 55. Okay, angle opposite to AC is equal to 55, and angle opposite to AB, okay, the angle which is opposite to AB, this is the side AB, and the angle which is opposite to AB is equal to 5x plus 5. Now as these two sides are equal, so the angle opposite to them are also going to be equal. Okay, this you have done this theorem in class 8. Okay, so as these two sides are congruent, so the angle which are opposite to them will also be congruent. So it means that 5x plus 5 will be equal to 55. From here we can easily find the value of x. Okay, shifting 5 to the right hand side, we will get 50, and x is equal to 50 divided by 5, which is equal to 10. So the value of x will be equal to 10. Now also we are given that BD is congruent to DC. Okay, these two lines indicates that BD is congruent to DC. It means that 5m minus 3 will be equal to 2m plus 6, and from here we can easily find the value of m. Okay, these two symbols represent that these two sides are congruent, and this is the symbol which is telling us that these two sides are congruent. Fm minus 2m is equal to 6 plus 3. So 5m minus 2m is equal to 3m. Now 3m is equal to 9. So m will be equal to 9 divided by 3, and it's equal to 3. So this completes this question. In this question we are given the triangle RPQ and triangle ABC. This side is y minus 1, z, and it is also given that this angle is equal to 90 degrees, 3 centimeters. Here this angle is 90x, 5 and 4. Okay, we are given that this is 4 centimeters. Here it is 3 centimeters. Okay, and in the question it is given that if triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC, then find the unknowns. We have to find the unknowns, and we are given that triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC. Okay, these two triangles are congruent. Now we need to find the unknown y and z and x also. Okay, now if these two triangles are congruent, then it means that PQ, this side PQ is corresponding to AB, so both these sides are going to be congruent. Okay, it means that PQ will be congruent to AB. Okay, PQ will be congruent to AB because these two triangles are congruent and their corresponding sides are also congruent. Okay, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Okay, as these two sides are corresponding, so they are also going to be congruent. Now we know that PQ is equal to x over here and AB is equal to 3. So it means that x will be equal to 3, and we have got the first unknown. Now PR, corresponding to PR we have the side AC. Okay, so PR and AC will be congruent because they are the corresponding sides of the same, for the same reason as above. PR is congruent to AC. Now PR is 5 centimeters and AC is y minus 1. From here we can easily find the value of y by shifting this -1 to the left hand side. 5 plus 1 will be equal to y, or y equals to 6. Okay, now which side is left? Now we want to find BC. Now corresponding to BC we have QR. QR is congruent to BC for the same reasons as above. Okay, QR is congruent to BC as QR is 4, so it will be equal to BC Z. It means that Z is going to be equal to 4. So we have found all the 3 unknowns here, and this is all we needed to prove in this question.